Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Today, we are going to be talking about events, how they function, what they do, and yeah, let's just dive straight on into this. All right, so here we have our little events map, so let's dive on in and see what we're working with. All right, so there's a bunch of different things going on this map. Oh, look, that tree is trying to attack that village. Oh, wait, that tree is standing above me. Why can't I walk under him? Oh no, what's going on? Whoa, I can teleport. All right, so let me go over. Quit following me. No, when you trap me. This pig doesn't like me. All right, so let's see what's happening here. All right, so we have a lot going on this little mini map, but first let's look at the street. I could walk right under him. Oh, it's because it's set to through. So while he can walk through everything, I can walk through him. His direction fix is also on, as well as his stepping, so that means he is walking. And he's always going to be looking this way because this character set has a bunch of different characters on it, so it wouldn't do for him to be flashing through all the different characters, which is why I have walking off even though stepping is on. This dog was sure following me around a lot. Oh, that's because I have it set to approach. There are 4 different options in the autonomous movement category: fixed, random, approach, and custom. He is approach, so he will come at me with this speed at this frequency, and he's set to the same as me, so he can't walk through me. This cat has a custom route. He just walks the same path over and over and over again. What's this little piggy doing? He moves at random, so he'll move any place that he wants to, as long as it is a passable tile. I have no idea what that is. This is just sparkles, so same thing here. It's over the water, so I don't need to worry about it doing anything to the character. This guy just shows a question above it, set to walking and stepping. It can change directions depending on which way you talk to it because it has a full character set. This is our teleport one. It's above the character and set to player touch. So as soon as the player touches it, they'll be sent here and vice versa. Like this one is set to action button. So whenever you talk to it, something happens. This guy just is direction fit. He's stuck down there. Nothing you talk to him is going to make any difference. So while I was down here, actually, maybe I didn't put anything for this guy. There are a bunch of different trigger options. Let me pull this up so you can see this. All right, action button. It starts when the player presses the action button, which is Z, enter, etc. Player touch, which is when the player touches the event. Event touch is when the event touches the player, and auto run starts when the event appears, and parallel happens as soon as the conditions are met. So if you have a switch here and have it set to parallel, as soon as the switch is turned on, the event will run. Now notice that it says in addition to the above. So if you have event touch on, then it'll also include player touch and action button. But if you have player touch on, it'll include action button and player touch, and then just action button by itself. Image is just, I showed you in an earlier video, is just where all the character things from the character images tab are. But let's talk about conditions. This is what most of your events in your game are going to hinge on. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different options in this. And inside that, there's a bunch. You can have it set so 2 different switches, which are just here, can create the event. You could have it, oh, this only happens after you've completed this side quest, or this only activates after you've gotten so far in the game. Or it could be you defeated this enemy and now this treasure chest appears. You could have it set to variable, so it could be once you've collected this many items, then you can do this event. Or it could be on a switch, so you could talk to someone, hey, go get me 5 torches. Then it self-switches, so new tab, self-switch, A, B, C, D. There are plugins that give you more options. These are just the basics. And then self-switch A, did you get all the stuff? Self-switch A would be, go get me the stuff. Why haven't you got me the stuff? And then the variable would be, so you have 5 ouches. I don't know. That's just the only one I have going. 5 ouches. Then he would be like, oh, you got all my ouches. Yay, give them. This is set to item. This could be if you're only collecting one of the items. Say you have this. The event could be like, oh, you have this item. Please, will you give it to me? Otherwise, it'll be like, oh, I wish I had this item. If only some kind soul will go fetch one for me. Actor. This could be only if you have certain actors in the party. So if you have a special event with a character that should know one of your characters, it will only have this interaction if that character is in the party, because otherwise it just wouldn't make sense. So yeah, that is all of the conditions. There's also here, which is just the name and the note. This is not really something you need to use. It's used for certain plugins, but I find it's most useful when you're actually leaving notes for yourself to just leave a comment and be like, hey, you got this. Thus. You got thus. You got this. And it'll tell you what you need to do there. There's also these buttons here, which clear event page removes everything you have set here. Copy event page just copies the same exact one to a new event page. Deletes it. New event page just creates a new one. And yeah, those are pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, another thing. You have okay, cancel, and apply. If you're working on a really long cutscene and you've had like thousands of things in here, hit apply. This is your save. This saves your events. Okay, closes out of them, and it's kind of a big pain in the butt to hit okay. So you just hit apply, and it applies the changes to the code of the game so that even if your game crashes or you accidentally hit cancel, they would have saved. Oops, wrong button. That is pretty much it for the event editor. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment box below, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!